All right, we live. Let's get it.
All right.
Starting off fresh with KPG. We starting off fresh with KPG. We started off first talking with G. We started off first talking with G. Then we went and added Kori. Then we went and added Kori. Added Prince, that's the KPG. We starting off fresh with KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. And we just talking with KPG. And we just talking with KPG.
What up, what up, what up, baby? Welcome to Talking with KPG. I'm your boy G. To our double right, we got our dog, Kori. And we got our other co-host in the building, Prince, to the right-hand corner.
What up, dog?
And we got two special guests, man. Two special guests on the show today. Chuck Littlejohn, welcome to the show, my dog. And our guy, the one everybody's been looking for, Mr. Alvin Jameson. What's up, my dogs?
What's up, man? Denny laying back
Oh,
like
yeah.
he
He
in a hospital bed.
So we have
I sprained my knee.
we have a packed show today, y'all. We got a packed show. We got a lot of people on. So we're going to try to, get this thing right so everybody can have a chance to talk. Because I know a lot of people have a lot to say. Well, maybe not Kori. Well, Kori, y'all team won today. So you might have a lot to say. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
today. I'm satisfied.
Alvin's team didn't win and Chuck's team didn't win. So, but I know they have a lot to say. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right.
We want Dallas. We want Dallas. We want Dallas.
So, Chuck, you called for us. You asked for us. Your teammates wanted us. What happened today?
So you say I called for you? I was out there.
Yeah.
You saw me.
Last
You
Sunday.
saw me. Did
Last
you see
Sunday.
me?
I saw
Did
you
you see me
last
out there?
Sunday. I
You
saw
saw
you
me
last
out there?
Sunday.
Did
can't even hear
you
him.
see me out there in that little video clip you just did? Number one.
I can't hear him.
No.
You can't hear him?
No.
I hear him.
Yeah.
Well, I
Number
can't hear
two.
him.
Well, I want Prince need to do something. I want to make sure he hear this.
Okay, I got it. Go ahead, Chuck. I got you, baby.
Okay. Number two, I'm not gonna do like typical cow chip fans do. I'm not gonna make no excuses and say this person was hurt, that person was hurt, whatever the case may be. We got beat, so be it. Did we get beat by a better team? That's still yet to be proven. and if you Cowboy fans think you are the best, you got another thought coming.
God, I miss the show. I miss this show so much. Oh my God.
Prince,
Yeah.
what do you got to say about that, my dog?
Okay, what I gotta say about this is, man. Look, dog, we can't be y'all, right? We can't be y'all, right? Y'all been on this winning streak for the last couple of weeks. And we did kind of let you back into the game towards the end. We started playing garbage time, which is really called garbage time. But there's no way you can say that we did not dominate that game, bro. At one point, we was up 27-8. Well, I mean, how can you say that we're not the better team? Go ahead.
So you didn't hear what I said.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm having trouble. Go ahead. Repeat it, please.
And then you talk about garbage time. So it's garbage time when as G states it, top 5 quarterback throws an interception in the clutch. That's garbage time.
How's it clutch when we're up 27-8?
You wasn't up 27-8 then.
Okay.
Is that garbage time?
Go ahead, Alvin. Go ahead, Alvin.
All right. First of all, wins and losses. Respect due to the Cowboys, they won. All right. I was kind of torn because it's a divisional game. Washington was playing real well. They were. They're playing real well. Second of all, Dallas didn't let them back in the ball game. There's no let them back in the ball game in football. They came back in the ball game, but they lost. It was a tough call. They had a shot at it. Let's be honest. They had a shot at it. I was talking to G before you guys got on, and actually I learned something new. I thought that was a bad call because I didn't think that was a fumble. But, I mean, it is what it is. You can't unscramble eggs. The play happened. It is what it is. So, y'all won. Before we got on, I told G that you guys were going to split these two games. I made a bad call. I accept responsibility. I said that you guys were going to lose because you were at Washington. I started to say the reverse, which I should have said, because I still think you guys are going to lose one to Washington. I don't care how good you are. It's a divisional game. Divisional games always give the better team or a team trouble. So you're not going undefeated in division, bro. I don't care what you say. You're not going undefeated. I do not care. You're not doing it. So either I really don't think we're going to trip you up. Let's just be honest. We're going to win next week. And I think Washington's going to come back and get you. And then the last game of the year to Philly, like you like to say, junk ball or junk time or whatever you like garbage time, however you like to phrase it. I think Philly's going to trip you up because you probably will have already clinched the division and you're going to use your substitute players or whatever you want to call them, and you're going to lose that game to Philly. But I think that you guys are going to win. I know you guys are going to win the division.
Okay.
But there's no let. There's no let in football. You either earn it or you don't earn it. There's no let in football.
Let's see.
Kori, I see you chopping at the bit up there, young fella.
I'm just listening, man. You know, I like to welcome to the stage my man Alvin for the nice words of wisdom. You know, I've been missing this. You know, I'm gonna throw my little 2 cents in, and I'll let you Cowboys and divisional rivals, you know, talk amongst each other. Let me tell you, I was rooting for Washington. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know you were.
When Heineken went down, you know, I knew there was gonna be some trouble. But listen here. They were playing good ball. They were playing decent ball. Y'all came out early. The defense put points on the board, not your offense. That's how I'm looking at it. The defense put, you know, and I know it's a team effort. The defense put y'all in a good position. As a whole team, y'all played well. But if we talk about the offense the way, you know, y'all been yamming about it, listen, I'm losing confidence in the Cowboys daily. I mean, weekly, because I don't see those sparks of brilliance that I used to when y'all first started this season. I know there's some weaknesses or chinks in the chain. At least that's how I feel. You know, I'll go with, you know, at the end of the season, y'all may take a loss or two because when y'all clinch, y'all may not feel like y'all should play the way y'all should. But I'll say this here, and I think I told G the same thing. I put y'all on notice for a reason because I saw holes in the offense, not the defense. Defense, if I had my opinion to give you today, defense bailed you out. That's how I feel.
That's saying a lot with Dallas, though. The defense bailing them out, so that's saying a lot.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Defense was on cruise control. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, they made some plays. I saw some brilliance here and there, but I'm just saying, without those defensive plays, without the mistakes made by Washington, we got a game. That's how I feel. We got a better game.
You also got to realize Dallas is very good during the regular season. They are. They're very good during the regular season. They are. Brother. And what I tell G all the time is don't have to play the Rams in the first round. Don't have to play the Rams. You need to be very afraid of the Rams in the first round.
Why? What's the problem with it? As long as we bring our A game, we can beat anybody in the NFL. So I don't understand what you mean by that.
I'm playing with C+ game right now.
No, dude, that's just how y'all feel about that. Because y'all haters. That's just what it is.
No, G, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if you play the Rams first round?
You're cheering for the division. You're cheering for the division.
I'm going to place a phone call to you. I'm going to say, dude, Good luck today, and I hope you represent the division going forward.
So,
All right, G.
all right. I mean,
G.
we don't even have to go all the way to the division, the first playoff game, because then we have several games left. We got 4 more games left in the season. Let's talk about what happened today. Like, everybody's quick to say, well, they're good in the regular season. We went 5-11. We went 8-8 for the last 3 seasons, but all of a sudden we good in the regular season now. Y'all quick to throw that out there when it's convenient. When it's convenient.
What was my opening statement?
It was a good win
to Dallas because they won. Did I not start out saying that?
You did, but then what did you say later on in your conversation? They play well in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, they're going to fall.
So,
right?
Is that a lie? Is that not true?
Prove me wrong.
Is that not true?
Well, we can't prove. When do the playoffs start? When do the playoffs start?
But based on history,
when do the playoffs start?
Is that a false statement?
But that is a false statement.
That's a false statement. That's a false statement. Yeah.
That ain't happening right now. You got to tell me what's happening right now. Don't try to cover yourself by saying, "Oh, well, y'all gonna lose later on."
Who's trying to cover this?
I hope you do win.
This is a typical. Yeah, bring him on too. This is a typical conversation when Dallas wins. Just like I said last week.
Conversation. How?
Can I talk?
Oh my God! Go ahead, bro.
I came in a great time.
Huh? Well, go ahead.
What I said, you were not here, Prince, but what I said last week is when Dallas wins, then it's hoopla, 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 hoopla. When you lose, then it's like, oh, I'm not gonna come on the podcast, or whatever the case may be. But I tell you one thing about me, I'm gonna show up regardless. Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna listen to what you had to say. And whether it's true or not, or whether I agree with it or not, it's 2 different things. But like
Okay. First of all, who said when we lose we don't come on podcast? We come on podcast every time unless something else goes on. So what are you talking about? Okay, so you don't sit up here and say we don't come on podcast when our team loses unless something's going on that's deeper than the podcast. So we always show up. We never run from losers or wins. We never run from that. We've been like that since we started this show. Period.
Oh, so do I need to go back and I need to go back? Okay.
You can go back anywhere you want. You go back anywhere you want. You see, let you know exactly what's going on. But don't make that statement, bro.
I think it just happens every now and then, Prince. You know, things go on, and when the conversation is heated, you know, things happen, and either one of us may not be on the show. I think that way.
No, that's not. No, that's a cop out. But I understand. But I'm gonna let it go. But no, of course, it's not like
don't let it go. Don't let it go.
All right, well, let's welcome our dog, A to the Z Media Network, Zach to the show. My dog said he had a lot he wants to say, man. Welcome to the show, Big Zach.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Kori, Alvin, G, Chuck, Prince. How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's well.
Hold on, wait.
1 second, Zach. Hold on 1 second. Hey, somebody got some background. Somebody has their I guess they're watching the video at the same time.
I just muted myself, so it's not me.
It's not me.
All right, there we go.
It's Chuck.
It's Chuck.
It wasn't me. I didn't mute.
All right, let's go, Z.
Well, first of all, hope everybody's doing well. Hope their families are doing well. Second of all, this Cowboys team's overrated.
Yeah.
Say.
I'd like to welcome to the stage, Mr. Zach, A-to-Z Media. Keep it real, Zach. Continue, brother.
Well, I told you guys I'm not a delusional Cowboys fan. I'm not saying anybody on this panel is either, because we are having a good year, 9-4. Our defense is tremendously improved. Valuing the turnover a lot better. It shows Mike McCarthy is on a top 10 list of coaches of all time who won Super Bowls that have a positive plus minus turnover differential. He values turning the football over. He does. You can look it up. He's number 1. Belichick's number 2. That's about the only thing Mike McCarthy does well, in my opinion, is value turning the football over. Terrible with clock management. Terrible with game management. I understand that Zeke Elliott is hurt. I understand he has a bad knee, but you have another running back out there. You need to run the football more. Dak Prescott ain't cutting it. I don't know whether it's his calf or whatever's going on. He has been horrible since that calf strain. The first 7 games, he looked like Superman, and ever since, he hasn't been playing well. So you need to change things up. Anytime you're up 24-0 against the Washington football team, there is no reason it should come down to the last 2 drives.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're playing Taysom Hill and you have 4 interceptions, there is no reason you should only win by 10 points. This team is skating by against bad teams, and it's scaring me. It's scaring me come playoff time. I feel like it's going to be the same thing over and over again.
Zach, give me a second. Zach, give me a second. All right. So for what I'm not going to call them delusional fans, but for my
I'm not saying these guys are.
I'm saying for my diehard guys on this panel between Prince and G. Listen, I go through it every week with my guys, and a lot of times between the two of them, I get more. How I said, more juice out of Prince than I would G. G gonna be solid wall every week.
Yep. I haven't talked to Prince much, but I give that to G because G is level-headed every week.
Right. Now Prince is going to be more the sound, my sound barrier here, but at the same time, he'll go back hard. But what I'm trying to say is, how can you get these two jokers on the same level as you? Because listen, Cowboys are nothing. But every now and then, I'll get a little bit out of G. I get more out of Prince. But how can I get these guys to see where the small chinks are in the armor? The
chinks, they're not small. And the thing is, okay, Dak Prescott's a very good quarterback. I don't want it to sound like I love the guy. But when you pay someone, for example, you try to win a Super Bowl off your rookie contract because then you get paid. Aaron Rodgers got paid, hasn't won since. Russell Wilson, same thing. Patrick Mahomes, although it's new into his contract, same thing. Every time a good quarterback wins a Super Bowl, young, gets a big contract, then the rest of the team suffers because you can't pay everybody. You can't keep a good supporting cast around them. Now that all these Dallas guys are paid, our depth suffers. Okay? We can't get great backup linemen or good backup. We couldn't keep guys like Joe Thomas, who was a good linebacker for us when Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch had injuries. We couldn't keep certain guys that are good depth pieces, okay? But when you're a $40 million plus quarterback, Aaron Rodgers does it. Russell Wilson, not so much this year. He's been hurt, but does it. They carry teams that have injury problems. They carry teams that have issues because they're the big guy. They're supposed to at least do something. Anytime there's any inconvenience, when Tyron Smith is hurt, when Leo Collins is hurt, when something goes wrong, Dak cannot elevate this team. But it is a team game. So they have to figure out something to be able to fix that. All right, there's chinks in this armor as far as depth, injury issues, just like every other team, but we got to rise above it. If you're a championship team, you're supposed to rise above all adversity.
All right, thank you.
And Prince. We have trouble doing that. I'm not saying we won't do it, but we have trouble doing that.
All right, Prince.
I'm here, cuz.
Come on, I need your feedback. I need your feedback now.
I got feedback, but I think our host has a little bit something to say first, and I'm gonna follow him. Go ahead, G.
Okay. Let me hear what Alvin got to say before I jump in here and kill all that stuff right there.
Oh, okay.
As a Cowboy fan, I actually commend you. I do. The way that you broke that down, you did an excellent job. That's all I'm gonna say. You are not a delusional Cowboy fan, and I take my hat off to you on what you said.
Did you raise your hand for that? You raised your hand for that?
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you, G. I didn't know you were going. I apologize.
No, we're delusional? So me and G are delusional.
No, I never said you guys. I said before I started all that both of you guys aren't delusional. I've talked to you. That's why I'm pessimistic.
Zach don't think we're delusional. Alvin and Kori and Chuck think we're delusional.
Okay. I don't think you guys are. I think because in every fan base, right? Whether it's my Knicks, my Michigan Wolverines, my Yankees, my Cowboys, whoever it is, there's optimistic fans and there's pessimistic fans. And then there's delusional fans. These guys, I think, are optimistic. I think they are waiting for the change of guard, like things to be different. There's delusional fans, like my Knicks fans who thought we were going to win the championship this year or 60 wins because we got Kemba Walker. That's delusional, okay? But saying we're going to be better than last year,
I'm a Knicks fan, but I knew we weren't going to win the championship.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between delusional and optimistic.
Yeah, I say.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, G.
Go ahead.
All right, so just to jump into a couple things my guy Zach said, man. I disagree with what he's saying we've done with our backups. I think we've been a highly injured team this year thus far. And it's the NFL, you're right. And we are 9-4. So Dak has done what he's supposed to do with the injuries that we've had. We've been without Tyron Smith. We've been without Lyle Collins for 5 games. We've been without Cooper for a couple games. We've been without Gallup for 5 games. So we've been without players, and we've found a way to win. Absolutely, our defense is carrying a lot of our games right now. But that's what a team is about. We didn't say that when Pat Mahomes beat the Cowboys that they defense won it for him. Pat Mahomes won. It's always something different when the Cowboys win. Yeah. So every team is going to go through a struggle during the season, offensively or defensively. Every team is going to do it. The Cowboys are just going through a little low right now.
With you there.
So I say I can see us putting it back together, but to be 9-4 and you're not playing your best on offense, that is great. That is damn good. And that shouts out to Mike McCarthy because he's built this team to be successful. He's built this team to be successful. They are.
Can I say something to that?
Yes.
So, yes, Patrick Mahomes, the defense won him that game. He did not play very well. Yes. But, for example, let's take Aaron Rodgers, for example. Every year, and he's gone to multiple NFC title games. He's gone to multiple. He's a great quarterback, whether you agree with his stuff off the field or not, whether you like him or not. I hate him personally because he beat us so many times, but he's a great quarterback. He's never had the amount of talent that Dak has. He has years where Devontae Adams is out, and it's like, who's he going to throw the ball to? Just like, for example, and he still puts up huge numbers and wins big games. Dak, on the other hand, Aaron Rodgers never really had an offensive line as good as Dak is. These guys have never had the team around them when healthy that Dak has. Mm-hmm. They didn't have Zeke to give the ball to. He had Eddie Cheeseburger Lacy. Okay, that was his best running back. But for example, he can lift games. When our guys are out, our talented receiving core, we have that dude. What's his name? Number 17, who had 2 touchdowns in garbage time. Noah Brown has played extremely well. And it just falters. I mean, come on, they're still out there running routes. He can still make plays. If he's a $40 million man, he should be able to make more plays. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's terrible.
It's called coaching, which I say Dallas lacks. I've always said Dallas lacks coaching.
But that's it's not Mike McCarthy, Alvin. It's Kellen Moore. Because Kellen Moore, Dallas is 29-0 when they run the ball more than they throw since Dak and Zeke's rookie year. So what does that tell you? You need to establish the running game. And they last 4 years, when Kellen Moore's been offensive coordinator, they've ran the ball more than they throw 5 times. That means they're trying to put more on Dak's shoulders, and it has not worked.
It still goes back to coaching. Who's calling the plays?
It's not Mike McCarthy. It's more than him.
Kellen Moore's calling the plays.
It's more than Mike McCarthy. He doesn't call the plays.
Right. But let's go to this game. So it's a 1-game season, right? We don't look too far to the future. We don't go to the playoffs. We look to this game right here.
Yeah.
And this game right here, what we talked about on Sunday night. Wednesday night, on Wednesday. Chuck said his team was 4-0 in the last 4 games. They was riding a high.
They were.
My boys came in there. Y'all called for us. We brought in our own benches because everybody knows Washington is full of trash. So we need to bring our own benches in there so we can look good on the side.
Shade. What they got to do with the game?
Shade.
Yeah,
it was this is y'all rival, right? This is y'all rival game. It was Dallas week all week in Washington. Y'all wanted to use. We was doing a little petty stuff. Y'all was mad because my coach came out and said, "Let me tell you what. Let me show you what he said. Hold on.
We all need to have this game. I'm confident in that, and just the prep that's going into it. But more importantly, we're we want to improve too along the way. So I think that's all part about what the challenge of December football gives you.
He guaranteed a
Ain't nothing
win.
wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? It was for the Washington team, though. It was for the Washington team. Ron Rivera came out and said, no, why would he do that? That's a mistake. We'll see what's going to happen on the field. They put it all over their locker room. We'll see them when they come into town. And what do? Smack that ass. That's what we did.
You didn't smack nobody's ass.
No,
Y'all started off well, but it was a competitive game towards the end of the.
It was not competitive. It was just like Carolina. It wasn't competitive. It wasn't competitive.
Once again, I agree with Alvin. You gotta play for four. If you come out,
get out of here.
my team is the epitome of coming out the first half, playing as hard as they can, and then throwing a zero. At the rest of the game. They continued to play hard when y'all was on the sideline blowing kisses at each other.
That's what we did. We took our starters out. We was playing with the backups. Yeah. We did just what we did in Carolina.
And could have lost playing that game. Could have lost.
What do you call that, though, Corey? Your upside down hat. What do you call that?
When Heineke went out,
right? Let you put up the gas, right?
What?
That's what you call that, right?
No, what I call that is, once again, bad management by. Now, if you guys would have lost, we would have been talking something different. But what we're saying is, you could have lost. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a convincing win. It wasn't. Like I said, defense put up points, not the offense. Offense didn't do what they were supposed to do.
So what did they always put up?
Offense put up what, 14? 7.
And they defense scored 1, right?
Huh? Defense or what did the defense score 2?
Yeah, thank you.
Defense scored 1 touchdown for Washington.
1 touchdown, right?
Right.
I'm talking about your end. I'm talking your end.
On their end too. You don't want to count down though, right? You ain't count down.
We scored 1 touchdown, G.
But y'all are taking away our touchdown on our defense, right? So let me take away y'all touchdown too, then, right?
You can do that.
It's the same thing.
That come from your quarterback throwing it straight to him that you consider the top 5 QB, right?
Y'all got so many excuses on why stuff happened.
Whoa, G. Whoa. We got excuses. What about Herb and you? We hurt. We got so many people that's injured. That's all you ever say.
I didn't say nothing about that.
Yeah, you just did.
What I'm saying is, you didn't hear me say that.
I said we brought people in. We've been hurt too, and we brought people in. I didn't make an excuse why we was hurt.
Did I say anything about being hurt? Did I say anything about being hurt?
Just props due to Dallas. They won the game. They won the game. They're gonna come back and see you. I'm saying, I've always said that they're gonna split. So give them their flowers while they're alive. They won the game. They won the game.
I like Alvin, I like you, but there's one thing that me and you never gonna see eye to eye on, and that's pulling for a divisional team. That's just like saying a person working beside me at my job deserves to get more money than I do, and we're doing the same job. No.
Here's another saying. Here, since you like sayings, what was I gonna say? Collaboration is better than competition sometimes.
I love
You'll catch that at lunch, man. You'll catch that at lunch tomorrow. Collaboration is better than competition sometimes. I'm always going to go division. Like I told G, I'm a fair weather Cowboy fan right now. I'm encouraging them. Let Washington come up. I'm going to be encouraging Washington just like I'm encouraging Dallas. I am.
Too encouraging sometimes. Too encouraging.
Now, let's be clear. Like I said before, give them their flowers while they're alive. They won. Dallas is a good regular season team. Until you prove me wrong, G, that's where I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna say your coach sucks, which I've always told you to your face, and please do not play the Rams the first round because y'all are not winning that game. I hope
why
you do.
The Rams are underachieving heavily too.
Yeah.
What have the Rams done?
Not in the playoffs.
How do you know that? How many playoff games Matt Stafford won? As much as I love him.
Right.
Are they some proven commodity?
Wait a minute. Hold up now.
Yeah, they got to the Super Bowl. They
Dak
got
they
the
got the
Super
Super Bowl with
Bowl
Jared
recently.
Goff and with Robert Woods and with
Whoa.
Cooper Kupp.
Whoa.
They got there with Jared Goff.
How many?
Right?
How many?
Goff.
And you're right. And now they got a better quarterback than Jared Goff.
And
A
how
Yeah, but what I'm
better
saying is
quarterback.
they're underperforming.
how many playoff games have Dak Prescott won?
One
two?
more than Matthew Stafford.
One
Thank
more.
you.
Okay.
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, so
So
they both.
I'm not saying that Dallas is proven. You just heard what I'm saying is you can't act like the Rams are going to cakewalk them because they're unproven too right now.
Sure, I can go for that.
I'm just being honest both ways, man.
The reason why we're having this debate is because the entire season we have to listen to both Prince and Galen talk so highly of these boys. So right now we're put in a situation where we go in 30 minutes with a conversation about the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. We should have been moved on, but because it's so controversial, because we have to hear a whole lot of this junk twice a week.
Jump. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Listen, I deal with it. I deal with you guys on a regular.
Corey, I'll tell you this right now. You better get used to just hearing this, because as soon as Michigan whoops the ever-living crap out of Georgia, you wish you all you heard about was Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Oh my Lord!
And also, you can't talk about playoffs unless your team's gonna make it.
No.
Why? I don't understand that statement at all.
Right.
So
I know.
we can't talk about the playoffs if our team doesn't make the. That doesn't even. That statement doesn't even make any sense.
Because this team finally made it there.
The Falcons aren't gonna make it. The Falcons aren't gonna make it.
Alvin, who's your team?
Never make it.
I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, dog. You're my condolences.
Dude, I've been on record saying the Giants suck this year. I'm not a delusional fan. I will tell you they suck.
Okay.
And then I go with my division. I go with my division foes. So you can ask G. I call G every week, like, dude, congratulations on the win.
Stop doing that.
Stop it up, and we do it. Am I lying to you?
Alvin, stop doing that. Call him one time and don't say congratulations. Call him one time and say he suck. Hey man, don't stop doing that, Alvin. Stop giving him that. Stop giving him them emotional hugs, man. Stop.
All right, man. Let's move on, fellas. Let's move on.
Alvin called me and told me some good stuff. What is it? Alvin called me and
Let's
gave me
move on.
emotional
Looks
hug.
like
Raheem Few, welcome to the show, my dog. James Littlejohn and Alicia Roberts. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Raheem Few's team, the Denver Broncos,
What about
put on a shellacking
Okay.
against the Detroit Lions today,
Okay, say that one
keeping
more
their
time.
playoff hopes alive.
Against
over
who?
there in the AFC.
Against who?
Detroit Lions.
Okay, that's all that needs to be said.
Don't give them too much love, man. That's it. That's all you got for them.
That's all you gotta say. That's it.
Corey, how you feel about that, man? How you feel about this Denver Broncos team who actually we all kind of picked to be at the lower bottom of the AFC, man, are actually holding their own, man.
Yeah. I try to be fair. I try to be not an open-minded guy, but at the same time, I still don't like his gloves. Golly,
God.
Look, and the Broncos are in the AFC, right?
Yes.
Broncos will still have to see, no matter how well they're doing right now, they still have to see Kansas City. They still have to see, a team that's a little bit better now. They're on. Okay, let me tell you. From an NFC to AFC standpoint, I looked at them the same way I saw the Washington football team. They were on an upswing. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole lot of momentum going. They still have it. They still got a little momentum going to the, going into these playoffs. I'm not saying that. Now, do they have a chance of making it? I haven't even looked. Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
So
they do. They do.
To me, momentum is everything at the right time. And that's why I was saying at the same time, I think we talked about this last week. Momentum at the right amount of the right time can wipe out a Cowboy team that we've been talking about all season.
Oh,
I'm not saying
Hold on.
listen.
Oh my God! Why was there no Cowboy team in there?
That's what we talked about last week.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because that's what we talked about last week. Because the conversation was after y'all took the L, What if this Washington football team comes in and plays hard? What happens then? You know, I think we said the same conversation. We had the same conversation when y'all played the Saints. What happens? Then G said the same. We're gonna have to reevaluate. If we lose, we're gonna have to reevaluate. We're gonna have to look deeper into this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not playing the way y'all started off that first 8 games. This is why we're having these conversations.
Kori? Who has?
You see what I'm saying?
No, Kori. Who has?
But Kori,
what
you can't.
You can look. What you putting up, Alvin? What you looking at? The numbers? What's going on?
No, Z. Hold on, Z. Hold on. Let me get here and I'll give it to you, Z. Hold on. Now, what team in the NFL has maintained not slip and fall during this whole process? Right now, I just seen
Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, that might be the one exception. Who else?
Tampa Bay. Tampa
Bay just with overtime with the Buffalo Bills just got blown out last week. So how they maintain it?
Green Bay.
I was about to say Green Bay's next.
Arizona.
Okay. Let me tell you something. We're in the middle of the season, heading towards the playoffs. Everybody's going to stump every now and then. Everybody has, especially the people that
Green Bay.
Okay, but it doesn't make no difference about Green Bay. Okay, they have flaws as well as everybody else has flaws.
Green Bay.
They can go into something else. Don't make no go. You can say Green Bay to that hat flipped upside down the way it's supposed to be. It don't make no difference.
There are some consistent
flaws in this time.
Teams.
It all depends on the matchups right now. Serious. Go ahead, Z.
All right, Z.
What doesn't make sense is Kori literally just said we talk too much about the Cowboys, this, that, and the third. Let's talk about someone else, and then he brings up the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still trying to figure out why.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't want to talk about them, don't talk about them.
Exactly.
What the hell visor you got on your head, Kori? What is that?
That's what happens. That's your fucking season.
Flaws have happened in the second half of the season. Your Cowboys flaws have happened in the second half of the season.
Okay. And your flaws and your teams happen all season. We're gonna do a TikTok video on the Falcons soon.
What?
Gee.
Was I not?
I can't hear you, Kori.
Kori's breaking out.
This show is predicated on.
Kori, you're breaking out.
Because that's what we had to change the subject yet. We're still talking about the same thing.
You started talking about the Cowboys. You changed it to the Broncos.
We was talking about Denver. We was talking about Denver at first. I don't know how we get back on the Cowboys.
It's a sun visor, man. Sun visor.
I'm just happy that my division is not called the NFC least anymore. So
it still is.
No, it's not the NFC
I don't
least
think it is.
anymore.
I don't think it is either.
There's only one team over 500.
But still, it's just even Watson's beat a lot of good teams. The Philadelphia's beat some good teams too. So I don't think we should be called the NFC least anymore, bro. I think that's just an over-exaggeration right now.
I'm happy that our division is doing better. I really am. I am. I'm happy. And we're the only division that every team has won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No doubt. I didn't think about that.
It used to run through the league. Used to run through the NFC East. You had to get through the NFC East just to win. Didn't matter which of the four was up. You had to get through. Four of us. Oh, don't put him next to me.
So let's stay in the AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs now are tied up with the best record in the AFC after they've kind of gotten it together, man. They started off super slow, but they have ran off 4 or 5 wins in a row now.
Yes.
Like you said, everybody has peaks and valleys. The good teams that have good coaches run into those peaks and valleys in the early part of it, and then figure it out when it counts. Momentum. So Andy Reid figured it out. Bill Belichick figured it out. They're always and they're trending at the right time when they have momentum going into the playoffs. Coaching, man. Coaching. I'm going to go back to it. Coaching.
I like it. Okay. Chuck?
You know, some of us wrote off Kansas City 7 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I remember saying that Patrick Mahomes will bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing it.
He's
No,
doing it.
I don't
All
think
right.
many of us.
Go ahead, Chuck.
No, I don't think a lot of us, and I'd be one to say I didn't. I didn't think New England was going to be as good as they are. So that's kind of surprising. But hey, they're doing their thing.
I agree with that. I didn't think they're going to be that good either, and I do agree with Chuck. They kind of snuck up on us, man. I mean, they say it's all about the coach and the system, and sometimes I say no. Me and G had a conversation. G says about the coach, and I say it's about the players. And no matter what system you have, the players, if they can overcome whatever coach they got and stick to the system, that they're going to overcome. And the Patriots have impressed me. I can't even sit here and deny it, dog. I thought the Browns were going to win that division, to be honest with you. They barely beat the Ravens today, but the Patriots are rolling strong. It's kind of amazing to see how this Matt, the quarterback they have, he didn't come out as the highest or the top draft pick, but he's fitting the system that can help him evolve.
Can
like
anybody
Tom
hear?
Brady. I mean, he's no.
All it is he's the same as Tom Brady was. You get a good, accurate throwing game manager and a great system around a great coach and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all Tom Brady ever was at that point. And it shows what you can do when you have – when Bill Belichick has the people that he wants in his system. Any coach, when they have what they want in their system, just how much better they look. Cam Newton, as great of a quarterback as he was over his career, wasn't for that system.
It's still not fun. I mean, okay, what about the system now? You think it's not built for Cam Newton?
Not New England, no. You got to be.
I mean, in Carolina now.
No, I wasn't talking about Cam Newton being bad. What I'm saying is the system wasn't a good fit in New England.
Okay, I see. Okay, I agree.
Kori?
Kori's internet's worse than the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, and then I can read lips. I'm sorry, people. I apologize about the Cowboys, but they're going to win the NFC East.
That's what he said.
His internet is buffering like the Georgia
We'll go to you, Al.
in the crunch time.
We'll go to you, Al. What do you think about that Kansas City out there, man?
Kansas City's winning the division. There's no fans or buts about it. They're winning the division. They are. The Chargers.
Cam Newton is bad.
Cam Newton. No, he's not dead.
You would not have the same record if Cam Newton was still playing. They dropped. What?
So what is the question? The question is, do I think that the Patriots will have the same record if they had Cam Newton?
No.
Well, no. Well, G, go ahead and finish the question, dog. G, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we were talking about Kansas City. I think Kori got stuck on the last question. I guess I'm not sure what Kori was at.
He's sign languaging right now.
Yeah.
G, what was the question?
So I was asking you, how do you feel Kansas City is doing right now, man? I know they're on a nice little streak. They're tied for the top.
Can nobody hear me?
Seed in the division right now.
Nobody wants
in
to
the
hear you,
AFC.
Kori.
How you feel about them going forward?
I think I always go back to coaching, and I think Kansas City is going to win the division hands down. Hands down, they're going to win the division. I don't think the Chargers have the experience yet. I don't think Denver is going to do anything, and Raiders, they're not going to be able to overcome the racist coach. So Kansas City is going to win a division hands down. Now, what place are they going to be in the AFC? What seed?
Yeah.
I think one or two. I really do. I think one or two. Because I'm looking at Tennessee. Tennessee, they don't have King Henry. So, I mean, I still think they're riding on momentum right now. I do. And with the hopes of him coming back. So I don't think Tennessee is going to do anything. Indianapolis, I can't stand Carson Wentz, so I'm just going to get them out of there. And then when you go to the North, the shoulders ride on Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar Jackson is proven he can throw 4 interceptions and still come back and beat your behind. So you can't ever count Baltimore out of the equation.
They figured him out in the playoffs, bro.
But he's hurt though today.
He got hurt today.
Yeah, he hurt his ankle.
Yeah, he hurt his ankle, so he's out. And then
but every
New
time
England,
in the playoffs, all they got to do is make him a pocket passer strictly, and he can't do nothing.
But he can't. But he's not built to be a pocket passer, though. Z.
I know it's not his fault. I'm just saying it's the way the defense against him.
Yeah,
they figure him out.
Yeah.
So I think Kansas City will be one or a strong 2 coming out to answer your question, G.
All right,
he coming back.
So we, Corey, can we hear you now, Corey? Are you good?
Corey.
No.
I think Corey has AT&T internet service.
He's got the Georgia Bulldogs crunch time service. It's just buffering and buffering and buffering.
He has AT&T. He must have AT&T internet service.
So let's go to Corey's wife's team, the Cleveland Browns, who in that AFC North, nobody seems to want to take that division by the antlers, man, and just take over.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right. You're right.
One week is Cincinnati, the other week is Baltimore, then the next week is Cleveland. Who's gonna win that division, yo?
I don't think Baker Mayfield will ever win anything in his life. I just don't.
Why is that? He's not like he's Johnny Manziel. I mean, he's actually playing injured this season, so I don't understand why you guys. He's actually playing good injured. I mean, he's playing better than they won today. I mean, the defense helped them win, but he's been playing injured, man. I mean, you cannot take away from his gameplay with an ankle, wrist, shoulder, and he's still out there showing his toughness and doing what he needs to do.
Baker Mayfield's highly overrated.
Thank you.
I understand that.
I'm very close.
Winning, though.
You know what I'm gonna put him in the category of? I'm very close to putting him in the category of this person I cannot stand.
Carson Wentz.
No, he's not the Carson. He's better
not
than
Carson Wentz. The name just slipped my mind. Hold on a second.
Better than your boy in Minnesota.
That's who I was going to say, Kirk Cousins.
Is he better than Kirk Cousins?
Is he better than Kirk Cousins?
That's exactly who I was going to put him in the category.
Y'all tell me he's not better than Kirk Cousins, man. Come on.
Look at the stats. Kirk Cousins is top 5 in every category this year.
He's not better than Kirk Cousins.
It's about the eye test of the game. Come on, bro. Come on.
The eye test of the game is he's Johnny Manziel.
That's what I couldn't think of Kirk Cousins' name. That's who I was going to think.
I got you, Alvin. I got you. I know you're talking about, Alvin. I got you. I know you're talking about.
Go ahead, Z.
Baker Mayfield by the eye test is just Johnny Manziel with a little bit better brain and more physical.
No, bro.
He's a gunslinger that's too small, that's too cocky. He's riding off his college days. He hasn't really proven anything in the league. He's had Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. He's had David Njoku, a really good tight end. He's got 2 great running backs, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Got a great defense. I mean, he's got one of them. It's always the 2 teams that falter the most are the Cowboys and the Browns, as far as they're the 2 most talented teams on paper every year.
Well, what is he taking him to, Z? What is? I mean, he's accomplished a lot more than any quarterbacks in history has accomplished at Cleveland.
Wait, he's accomplished more than any quarterback in the history of what?
I mean, okay, he's taken it to the playoffs. He's won a playoff game. He's taken it to the second round. When's the last time
He almost had an all-time choke job in the playoffs.
Okay, but when's the last time that happened?
What's the last time what happened? A Cleveland quarterback did that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Derek Anderson had him 10-6.
But how many Cleveland quarterbacks, like Z said, how many Cleveland quarterbacks has had the talent that he has?
Exactly.
Not a lot. I admit that. Not a lot. You're right.
And Derek Anderson really had nobody, and they went 10-6. Derek Anderson, I mean, he ain't nothing special. No offense, no disrespect. He was good that year, but he's nothing special. He's not of the ilk that Baker Mayfield pretends to be.
Yeah. Okay. So who wins this division, y'all? Who
The
y'all?
Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore
Yeah,
Ravens?
I agree. Baltimore. Yep.
Because you got to
Baltimore.
think of how injury prone they are as well. All their running backs are out for season-ending injuries. They're using Devontae Freeman. Ask Kori about how well he was this last couple of years in Atlanta. They got Latavius Murray, a bunch of guys that are still effective, obviously, but past their prime. You have Ronnie Stanley's hurt. You want to talk? Their left tackle was just traded. Their center's out. They're retired. So they have their defense. They got older, but so like they're working through it. But they're still got Lamar Jackson. They still got Sammy Watkins, who was a huge upgrade. Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews. They got guys to win that division. They're the best team.
So my question is, why did Baltimore cut Le'Veon Bell?
Because Le'Veon Bell's way burnt toast. He's way past his prime, man. They gave him a shot.
But we're having a conversation about every running back being hurt.
It's because Devontae Freeman and the rookie, undrafted rookie, Williams is his last name, both played really well, and he couldn't beat him out.
And also Lamont Murray came back. Lamont Murray
How'd that work out for him right now?
I would have kept Ingram over Bell anyway, but then let Ingram go too. I'd have kept Ingram over Bell.
Bell's a head case. He's part of those triple H's, I called him. Everybody called him the Killer Bees with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Roethlisberger. They're the triple H's. They were either hurt, high, or holding out.
Oh, damn.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one, man.
They were either hurt, high, or holding out.
That's what it is, dog. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Question, Chuck.
Yeah.
So who do you think is winning? Baltimore, the Bills, Patriots, or Cleveland?
Wait, run that back. Who was it?
Who's winning the AFC?
Run that back. What was the
all in the
team?
same conference though.
Yeah, I'm saying who's winning that conference, Chuck.
Oh, who's winning the AFC? Gotcha.
The
whole
AFC North.
AFC?
Their conference. No, I'm talking about in their conference.
The whole
division?
North?
In the division?
No,
in the North. North.
Yeah, in that division.
Baltimore.
AFC North?
Baltimore.
I just asking Chuck who he thinks. I'm just asking Chuck.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna be Baltimore. Pittsburgh up and down. Cleveland up and down. Like G said, the Bengals are even up and down. So it's kind of you flip a coin in that division, but I think Baltimore is probably gonna come out on top.
Yeah, when you run the football well and play good defense, you're gonna have the best chance.
Yeah. Cleveland has potential, though.
Yes, they do.
They have potential where they didn't have it before. So
they got rid of the head case, the locker room cancer, OBJ.
Oh, okay.
He was on Cleveland, not Cincinnati.
I said Cleveland.
Oh, all right. I'm saying
Cleveland has a lot of potential.
Promise. I think Cincinnati has the promise.
My bad.
Cincinnati has the problem. Cincinnati.
Why what?
They're doing the same thing with them, with or without him. You know, so to make
I just hate Odell Beckham Jr., okay? I just had to take a shot at it, right?
Oh, okay.
He's going to show his work in the playoffs with the Rams.
Yeah, he'll go on a boat trip right before the game.
I think Cincinnati's defense is going to be their issue for them. If they had a better defense, they can take over that division.
Yeah.
But their defense is not playing well right now.
And they have the best young quarterback in that division.
Yeah, absolutely.
The best quarterback in the division.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get back. Let's go back to the NFC, fellas. The Tampa Bay Bucks, we touched on that a little bit earlier. They just beat the Buffalo Bills, who are sliding their way right out the playoffs. But the Tampa Bay Bucks picked up a big win in overtime. How do y'all feel about the Bucks, man? They playing with injuries, man, but are still winning.
They are who we thought they were. They still at what is it, 10-3 now? I mean, listen, until you get
They got 4 losses.
No, they're 10-3.
Oh, they're 10-3. Okay.
They're 10-3, yeah.
Okay. My mistake.
10-3, but until you can figure out Tom Brady, I mean, like one day he'll like last week they picked on you with Gronkowski. Today they went with number 13. What's his name?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Let's go to Evans. You know, it's like pick your poison. You know, this is who we're gonna go with today. You know, if you can't stop it, you figure it out. You try to see what happens. Now, they gave a valiant effort coming back, to tie it up, 27, and then Brady knows how to win or how to end a game. He knows how to make it exciting. But at the same time, until you can, put the L in their category, they are who we thought they were. They're the defending champs for a reason. They're gonna be back. We knew they were gonna have something to say about this, But at the same time, I mean, who can stop them?
They're very beatable. They just let the Bills come back. Like, you can't say, "Oh, it's Tom Brady." It's Tom Brady. He is the luckiest quarterback of all time. He came to a team with Cam. Hold on. They retained all 22 of the starters. Hold on. Don't shake your head. Listen. Cameron Brate, Pro Bowler. O.J. Howard, Pro Bowler. Rob Gronkowski, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. That's just tight ends. Running back.
How do you become a Pro Bowler?
Hold on.
Okay.
Leonard Fournette, Pro Bowler. Ronald Jones, good running back backup. They have Tristan Wirfs, who's a young all-pro candidate. Donovan Smith, who's very good, very underrated left tackle. They got one of the best offensive lines in football. They got Antonio Brown's their number 3. They got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. So how many Hall of Famers are on that offense, first of all? Mike Evans is going to be a Hall of Famer. Antonio Brown going to be a Hall of Famer. Rob Gronkowski, Hall of Famer. Tom Brady, Hall of Famer. All these guys. And then you got a great defense with Lamonte David and all those guys. He literally went to a stacked team. It's not Tom Brady. You sit there and say, oh, well, you take Mike Evans away, they'll go with Chris Godwin, or you take this guy, they'll take that guy. That's because you can't stop all of them because they're all pro players.
Yeah.
You can't stop. They're too talented.
They all wanted
Winston,
to play
if he stayed on that team, could have thrown to him.
They all wanted to play with Tom Brady.
No.
I know that. But what I'm saying is,
they wanted to play with
it's just Tom Brady, or it's Tom Brady this, or Tom Brady that. Dak Prescott could throw to all those guys. Drew, I mean, any top 5 quarterback could throw to all those dudes, man.
I can throw to all those guys.
Oh, Dak Prescott would not. No, I love Dak Prescott, and I like black quarterbacks.
You're full of it, bro.
I'm as G. I'm a Kenny. When it's a black quarterback, I will support them. Black coach, I will support them. But if you put Dak if you put Dak on Tampa Bay, no, absolutely not. He's not going to do the same thing Tom Brady did.
CD Lamb is not the caliber of Antonio Brown just yet, because Antonio Brown has a better body of work. Amari Cooper's nowhere near Mike Evans as far as 50-50 balls. Chris Godwin's better than Michael Gallup. They have a better wide receiver core than Dak has. They got better tight ends than Dak has. And Dak's already putting up numbers.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
let me tell you, this is
Tom Brady has more weapons now than he ever has.
And that's a calculated move.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors.
Calculated.
It's like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. The same thing.
I hated that move from Kevin Durant. I hated that move.
Oh, but they all wanted to play with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, exactly.
But see what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
It's same. But in the same breath,
Kevin Durant's clutch. Kevin Durant won Finals MVP. Kevin Durant went to a stacked team. They all wanted to play with him.
Wait a minute. He no, wait a minute.
Hey, the Lakers team.
Kevin Durant did go to a stacked team. He went to Golden State. He went to Golden State. After he got beat by
He didn't bring nobody.
He went to Golden State, though. He went to Golden State.
I get that the semantics are different. What I'm saying is an all-time great player goes to a stacked team.
Exactly.
However it happens.
Let me say this.
The same thing.
The Tampa Bay Bucks weren't winning when Brady wasn't there.
Yeah, they had Jameis turnover. What I'm saying is he still put up numbers.
So I'm just saying they weren't winning when he wasn't there.
Brady didn't win his last year in New England until he went to a stacked team because they didn't put nobody around him in New England anymore.
He went to the Super Bowl though.
Not his last year.
Huh?
Last year he lost to Ryan Tannehill.
Did he?
Yes, James didn't go to the
He lost to Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Oh, Kansas City won. Yeah, Kansas City won. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. My question before I get off here, because I gotta go. How can you say that cannot go to Tampa Bay to be a prolific passer as Tom Brady with the weapons he has in Tampa Bay?
How is that possible?
He's not a
They have better
prolific
weapons
passer.
than the Cowboys do.
How is
Two
that
words.
possible?
He's not a prolific passer.
Leadership.
He's not a good leader.
Leadership.
Dak Prescott is not Tom Brady. He does not
Nobody's a
have
good
the
leader.
leadership of Tom
Oh
Brady.
my God,
He does not have the experience Tom Brady has.
No, but he is a good leader.
No, but
Do
he's a
y'all-
good leader, bro. He
Do
can
y'all
throw
see
the
how we
ball,
jump
bro.
back to the Cowboys? We jump right back to the Cowboys again.
Okay, well, he said it, dog.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't do that. The question was brought to me. I didn't do that. I didn't bring it back to the Cowboys.
In all fairness, I said a bunch of quarterbacks' names. Dak Prescott happened to be one of them, and then that's the only one people heard. And then we went right to the Cowboys. It's like, come on.
No, the other one definitely didn't count.
All right.
That's why.
Corey, go ahead. What you about to say, big dog? Before we get to Chuck next. Corey.
28-3. They're calling you.
They're calling you.
All right, Chuck. We'll go to you, Chuck. We'll go to you, Chuck.
I'm kind of confused what we're talking about now. I mean,
we were talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on how well they're playing right now, and
okay,
that's where we were at.
and they are playing well. Even without Antonio Brown, like Zach said, he's number 3. But then also, like we said, with Jameis Winston basically having the same team, they weren't winning.
They were 8-8, even though he threw 30 picks. Like he was the one that lost those.
No. I'm sorry, Z. It was 50 and 50. He threw 50 touchdowns and 50 picks, and then he led the NFL in passing.
He threw 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. That's anytime a quarterback throws 30 interceptions, you're not winning games. And they're still 8-8. That's how good the team was. They were still 500.
Well, yeah.
But 30 and 30.
That's how good the team was. If you put
NFL in passing, I don't know if those two equal out.
If you put Drew Brees on that team in his last year, past his prime, Drew Brees with that Tampa Bay team, they would have won Super Bowl too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I agree with that.
I can't say that.
I agree.
Drew, wait a minute.
You put Aaron Rodgers on the team, they look better than what they do
Drew
with Tom Brady.
Brees so much credit, dog?
Because he's a game manager, G.
He only won one championship.
I mean, he's
and
been
they
a
gave that
game
to him
manager, G. He's been a game
manager.
manager.
Aaron Rodgers on that Tampa Bay team.
Yards.
So what? So did Matt Ryan. Nobody throwing Matt Ryan out there.
Because Matt Ryan didn't do shit.
So he is Matt Ryan. He's not.
They say
Matt
Tom
Ryan
Brady's the greatest ever, but put Aaron Rodgers on this team, see how good they'd be.
Right, but we bring up the two best, the people they call some people.
Put Patrick Mahomes with those weapons one time. Do it, I dare you.
Patrick Mahomes. No, I think Patrick Mahomes' system that he's in makes him what he is.
No, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think you put Pat Mahomes somewhere else, he's going to be just like he is now. I don't think
he'd be better with Antonio Brown as his third receiver.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Oh my God.
He got Tyreek Hill. He got Hartman. He got Watt. He got a bunch of receivers out there. I mean,
Antonio Brown ain't number 3 if he goes to the Chiefs.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Antonio Brown's number 2 to Tyreek Hill.
So you saying the Chiefs receivers are better than the Tampa Bay receivers, G?
For that system, yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Patrick Mahomes. If anything, Tom Brady's a system quarterback. He was in Belichick's cheating system. They won a bunch of rings. And then he went to the Buccaneers with a stacked team and as a game manager. He only threw for like 250 yards today. It's not like he threw for 500 yards and blew everybody away. Patrick Mahomes would have 500 yards, 400 plus a game with that team. Patrick
Mahomes threw for 268 today.
Yeah, he doesn't have nowhere near the caliber of team the Buccaneers do.
They've been the number 1 offense for years.
Because of Patty and Andy Reid.
Who is he throwing to this? Does he have Mike Evans on that team? Wait a minute. You talking about 40-year-old Mike Evans?
Does he
Mike Evans is not 40.
40? You're full of it.
He is not.
Mike Evans, they don't have a strong
over there, man.
50-50
I know they're
guy.
grasping.
They have Travis Kelce, who's a stud, but Rob Gronkowski is one of the best ever.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
They got Tyreek Hill, but you got Marquise Godwin, you got Cameron Brate, you got OJ Howard, Gronkowski, Antonio Brown.
OJ Howard
Mike
hasn't been good since his first 2 years in the daggone league. He ain't been nothing.
OJ Howard.
OJ Howard.
Yeah, because he's the third stringer. He don't get no time.
Because he ain't that good no more.
He's not better than Gronkowski. That's the problem.
OJ
He's not good.
OJ Howard flashed the pan maybe 1 or 2 seasons. That was
but
it.
still, that was it. But what I'm saying is a third stringer. He's pretty good for a third stringer.
Hey, Corey, I'm glad to hear you, dog.
Thank you.
To come back. I'm glad to hear you.
What I'm saying is Mike Evans is Tyreek Hill is as good as he is because he's fast.
That's it.
Speed. Mike Evans is the better receiver.
He's a possession receiver.
Yeah, what I'm saying, he's a better 50-50 ball. You can go up and get it. He can still run good routes. He can catch possession, and he can get a deep ball. Tyreek Hill's more of a get it to him in open space guy. He's not a guy that can win a 50-50 ball. He's not a guy that can be physical.
He'll go deep too, though. He'll go deep.
I understand because of his speed.
He's not going to
He'll be in an open space. He's faster than everybody.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you gave him
That's not a bad thing if you're faster than everybody.
I understand that. I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is Godwin, Evans, and Brown together with Patty Mahomes, forget about it.
Forget about it.
I still think it's just
like talking about fantasy football.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, man. Let's move on, man.
Tom Brady's lucky.
I gotta go. Got an early morning start, but I appreciate you letting me on the show tonight. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, fellas.
All right,
dog.
All right, Brett. All right. Now let's move on. We talked enough about Tom and his greatness. Let's talk about these. Who else is out there? Oh, well, we are talking about the Cowboys. There ain't nobody. Oh, the Atlanta Falcons. There we go.
Oh, 28.
Who are still in the playoff race.
We are on the bubble. On the bubble. It's amazing.
Bubble.
We can have a
actually
season.
Playing pretty decent.
No? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We listen, and we can move on to something that makes some sense. You know, we're on the bubble. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had a wish for what's going on, and it's still hard because I think at this point Washington will win now if they continue to trend downward, okay, but you know I think they're trending up too. But we're on the bubble because the NFC is on that bottom side as weak as I don't know what. Like the Vikings, Eagles, Saints, Carolina, Seahawks, Bears. I mean, it's like it's a really weak division, you know. And I'm saying like the NFC, they are really disappointing this year. The Falcons we're just a little bit ahead of most. Now at the same time, if we continue to trend up on this bubble, hopefully, with hope we can do a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I like our 6-7 record, though I wish that we could have been a little bit better. There was some I wish we could have got back, but 6-7 is still at this moment on the bubble. It's commendable, but it ain't blowing my skirt up. I'm just being honest.
Chuck.
Well, I think they're on the upside. I guess, like Kori said, they about like Washington. It just depends on which way they decide to go to be in the playoffs. Yeah. The NFC East is kind of on the low side with the team being 6-7 still being considered for the playoffs. So, hey, you never know. Whatever happens in these next 4 games could determine it all.
Right. And see, for me, the 3 teams that are in my way, in terms of record, Washington, Vikings, Eagles. I hope, I'm not saying that the Saints, I'm not worried about them, but I'm saying I hope we can take care of the business when we play those teams. But at the same time, as far as 6-7, you got the Vikings, Eagles, Washington, Falcons, Saints, and I think those are our 6-7 teams.
Minnesota, yep.
And Minnesota, right. So I'm like, come on, man. For real, it is what it is, but you just hope that we're in a better position to do a whole lot better. Like next week, I think
you got the 49ers next week.
And they're 7-6, and they're rising because they just beat the Bengals today when they shouldn't have, but hell, they won. They took a a Bengals team that we were talking about that was trending, and they won. You know, sort of like the Colts in the AFC, they're trending at the right time. You know what I mean? So, and then the Bills are trending downward. So, man, who knows, bro? Who knows?
So, Corey, y'all got the 49ers, Lions, Bills, and Saints left.
And on in the word that you're saying, we should be able to run the table with how they're playing. But I'm not finna put money on that.
You should beat the Lions. Should beat the Saints.
Should 49ers
Dallas take care of Washington and the Eagles again.
We should. You're welcome. We should. That's what I'm saying. It seems fair enough. And like I said, starting with Carolina, it seems like we should be able to upswing and make some momentum happen and hope for a lot of L's from other teams. But I try to be fair with my squad. Sometimes we always end up at the end of the season 8-8. You know, so this year with 17 games or whatever, you know, I'm hoping we do a little bit better, man. I'm hoping, man.
The good thing about it is your running game is doing well. And one thing about playing against the Buffalo Bills, which looks like a problem, maybe even San Francisco, the Buffalo can't stop the run. Leonard Fournette ran all over them today, and you saw what happened in New England when they played them. So, and then y'all have opportunity, man. Y'all like right there. Y'all already beat the Saints already, so y'all got the upper hand on the Saints. So, you know, the Washington football team, of course, y'all lost to them, but
right. But you know,
y'all are right there trending, man.
The Washington football team again, and the Eagles. So hope you're actually going to turn into a Cowboys fan at some point, hoping that they handle their business.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that so they can take teams can take L's.
Wouldn't you see? I know I don't like tanking, and I'm not a fan of it. But wouldn't you want to get rid of Matt Ryan already and try to get a good draft pick, a good quarterback? He's been great, but he's done.
From a contract standpoint, unless, like I said, if this new GM decides to make it happen in part ways, I won't be upset. Now, the only way we can get through the, because we still owe him a boatload of cash, right? And he's yet to take he's taken
pay cut.
Mm-hmm. He's taking he hadn't taken a cut. He's taking a
restructuring.
Restructure.
Yeah, he's restructured, but he hadn't cut shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He hadn't done it. Yeah, my bad. He hadn't.
Would you cut anything?
Huh?
Would you cut any money?
I'm just saying, Tom Brady did it 4 times in his career at
he cares about winning.
Right. You know, teams that want to win will do that just so you can bring in players to make this thing happen. You know, when you go to the Patriots, you don't go to make money. You know what I'm saying? You go to win championships.
You still make good money.
He may, of course, and endorsements, and his wife is, you know, Giselle Bundchen. You know, he's like, I don't have to get nothing. Hell, he want Bitcoin. He want his next contract in Bitcoin. You know, he's like, let's see where this goes. The man don't care about money. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying to you is, if Matt Ryan were worried about the squad with bringing in more talent, like I think I sent an a text message to my guys. We were last in cap space. Last, like $780,000. That's all we had. We had no space to pick up nobody. And if we did, we had to say, listen, man, listen, maybe we give you as much Coca-Cola as you want down the street here, you know, but that's it. He did not take a hometown discount. All he did was he just restructured it. We'll still pay him after he's gone. You know what I mean? In the restructure. That's all. It's not, like I said, if this new GM can figure out a way to say, all right, Tom, you know, like sort of like how Detroit did. You know, somebody here is gonna take the contract. We'll see what's happening. Let's restructure. He could go somewhere else and still play. You know, he wants to play 3-4 more years. Go somewhere else and do that. You know, don't tank a team because
go to Detroit.
You can go anywhere. You can go somewhere better, than making us, suffer behind your contract. That was one thing when the new GM came in. He said nobody's off the table. So the first thing he did was he let Julio Jones go. At first, I thought he was going to let them both go and free up $180 million. That didn't happen. So
Alvin,
All right. If I could sum all this up, NFC East, let's call the playoffs right now. Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona. Wild cards. Rams. I hate to say San Francisco. I'd love to say one of the NFC East teams are going to get in there. I would love to see Washington in there instead of San Francisco. But that's the way I think it's going to play off in the NFC. In the NFC, in the AFC, let's call it New England's going to win the division.
You missing one, right?
But you get 3 wild cards or 2 wild cards.
3.
You get 3. Oh, I stand corrected. You get 3 wild cards.
3.
So then, Rams are definitely in. I'm gonna go Washington, and it's gonna be a toss-up with Philly and
Philly ain't going nowhere.
Philly and San Francisco. It's a toss-up because I think Philly will get in before San Francisco will get in. I'm hoping. Let's say that. I'm hoping.
You never hope for Philly to do anything, man.
I don't like San Francisco. I don't think.
How dare you? You should hate Philly more.
But the problem,
Philly just won the Super Bowl.
The problem,
just won the Super Bowl.
Screw Philly.
So let's put some respect behind Philly, man.
5 years ago now.
When's the last time you won a Super Bowl?
When's the last time you won a Super Bowl?
So sooner than you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I don't care about Philly. I hate Philly. Of course, I give them the respect that they won the Super Bowl, but I still hate them. I still hate them.
No, you need to start embracing your division, buddy.
Dude, when they won a Super Bowl, they literally, pardon my French, G, but they ate horse shit to celebrate in the middle of Philadelphia. They tried to burn down City Hall.
Hey.
Washington and Philly gonna cancel each other out. They gotta play twice in the next 4 weeks.
I have no problem with Washington getting in.
You play we play Philly, Cowboys, Philly again, and then the Giants.
Yeah. Wow.
Division games.
Does that give Atlanta any room to move around? To move around, y'all. Does that give us any hope to move around, y'all? Like while y'all battling each other, can the Atlanta Falcons, like some kind of strange way,
No.
Do you know who's the X factor for your team? And he's really had a bounce back to resurrection in his career. It's Cordero Patterson.
You don't have a coach. You don't have a coach in Atlanta, and Matt Ryan doesn't have the drive anymore.
Washington's got Taylor Heineke. Philly's got Jalen Hurts.
Hey.
No, I'm not. No disrespect. I like Taylor Heineke.
What I'm saying is, I hope he goes to Houston.
But what I'm saying is, let's not act like the Falcons have this horrible quarterback when the rest of the people that they're battling have all-time greats or something.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm? Let's not act like Matt Ryan's better than Taylor Heineke. He's better than Danny Turnovers. He's better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
He's better than all these guys.
And like Z was saying earlier, as Kori, you're actually going to have to start being a Cowboys fan right now because that's what's going to help you out. That's what's going to help you out. You need the Cowboys. That's all we have is division games, except for Arizona. Yeah, so you're going to want us to win those games.
And he's going to be
that can only help you out.
He's going to be a Cowboys fan. He's going to be a Michigan fan after they beat Georgia's butt and wants them to beat Alabama.
Well, I'm good. I'll talk to y'all next season. Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. Hey, listen, good season, guys. Good season, guys.
Blow up the team.
Hey, listen, leave your helmets in the locker. Leave your jerseys. I'll see y'all next season. Good guy. Good game, guys. No.
I'm just saying.
Falcon fan, you're gonna make the playoffs.
No. I didn't say that. I was just
they got
a
chance.
Yeah. If there's a chance,
it's like Jim Carrey. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, right. If there's some kind of blowout galore where these like y'all were just saying, the Cowboys, Washington, Eagles, Giants, y'all battle it out. Well, maybe not with the Cowboys because the Cowboys gonna probably run the table the rest of the way. But I'm saying, let you guys battle it out in some kind of strange way. While you're doing that, the Falcons, if we're trending up, if we can finish out, like I said, this season, like I said, Lions, we should be able to take care of the business. 49ers,
That's 7 wins.
we need to go ahead. If we can take care of 49ers, Lions, and if, like I said, if the Bills continue to trend down, yeah, Saints, Bills and Saints. Yeah, if we
could realistically win 9 games.
Realistically,
the Lions is a win, that's 7. The Saints is a win, that's 8.
49ers,
that's 9.
And
Bills, maybe that's 10. You could have 10 wins. Come on, start believing it.
Listen, I'm not. That's why I was asking you guys. Could we have a chance? You know,
you do.
Huh?
You do.
Yeah.
It's December. In December, you have to take a running game.
Yeah.
Y'all have a really good running game.
We have a fair.
And y'all have, out of all those teams that you're kind of battling, I think y'all may have the best quarterback.
Yeah, and you have a Swiss Army knife in Cordell Patterson that can make huge plays.
There you go.
Mike Davis, you can't.
And then Calvin Ridley comes back, maybe. You know, maybe his mental health.
He's not coming back.
Oh man, Yeah, I didn't know if maybe he got his mental health stuff worked out. I hope he does.
I'm still disappointed in Seattle, man. That's my disappointment for the year, man. I'm still disappointed in Seattle. Russell got hurt. I get it. I'm just so disappointed in Seattle, man.
That's what happens if you give one guy a huge contract and don't build around him anymore because you don't have the cap space.
Yeah.
It hinders the team when something happens to that player.
Yeah.
The Falcons, we've been in that hole since the Super Bowl. We've been
Grady
there.
Jarrett got the money.
And look, Grady Jarrett got the money. Ryan and both Julio, and that decimated the money right there. You know what I'm saying? So we were hoping that we did a better job with, in the draft. We just never did. It never picked up as far as free agency. But I'm hoping that with, like I said, this new management and coaching style. Okay, look, let me throw this out at you. When Smith was at the Titans, was he not an integral part of how they changed their offense? Did he not turn Tannehill into a Pro Bowl quarterback? Did he?
A lot of that had to do with the cast around Tannehill, but yeah.
But I'm saying, did he not instill, in Henry? Listen, you are a 2,000-yard running back. You know what I'm saying, per season. Did he not turn that squad around as the OC over there?
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? He did have some, because they were a losing squad until he came on there. I'm just hoping that he can kind of permeate that to the Atlanta Falcons, squad. You feel me?
It seems like he's changing the culture a bit too. Yeah. And then this season, they're still in all you can ask for out of a first-year coach and all that stuff is you're in it with a chance. You have a chance, to be in the playoffs. That's a good first season, and you're building the culture.
The first thing he did, which I agreed, was kill the rise up, kill the brotherhood. Yeah, have you noticed, like on these Atlanta commercials, you don't see the rise up, you don't see the brotherhood. Let's get that out the way. Let's change that, which he did. Like I said, that cultural portion of it. Change the rise up, change the coach. We're not rise because they ain't rose. Ain't rose in the Super Bowl. So let's get that out here. And and that whole brotherhood thing, it was cool at the time, but it ran its course.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. All right, we've been going for a minute, man. Look here. There's a sad note, man, that we need to jump into. The passing of the great DT Demaryius Thomas, man. Prayers go out to the whole Thomas family, the Broncos nation. 33 years old, man. I still haven't heard what it was.
They found him in the shower. Yeah, found him in the shower.
He had seizure issues, and they said he had a seizure that went bad.
Yeah, and when you're by yourself,
maybe CTE related. Hate to speculate, but maybe something due to his playing days. Because after he retired, he had all sorts of seizure issues all of a sudden.
Man.
It's not like epilepsy, just or something like that. Just happens,
And that's what I'm saying. When you if you're by yourself, no relationship. Not saying that you have to, but like I said, when they finally found him, he had been in the shower possibly 2 or 3 days. You know, that's
Wow.
it's a crazy way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Rakeem said it came from a car accident that he had.
Oh, the seizures
in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, hopefully it wasn't from CT or anything like that, but thank goodness. But regardless, it still doesn't change the outcome. But
that was the trigger to start the seizures.
Prayers to his family. Prayers to more importantly, his family, his kids, if he had any, his you know, whoever you know really mattered to him. Not saying the fans didn't matter to him, but you know who was really close to him. And then rest in peace. I mean, rest in peace, and prayers to the fans, and prayers to everybody that he meant something to. You know, little or
I'll
big.
say this here on a positive tip, man. I mean, I remember his story. His mom was in prison, and she never, you know, she didn't know that he was an NFL star. When it came out, he made it his, you know, his I guess not say his duty, but it was his job or duty to introduce her to what his lifestyle was at that point and change her lifestyle with, you know, with the money that he's made. Because she had no idea because they didn't talk, you know. And I thought that story was just, you know, was amazing that he kind of put aside his mother's, you know, I guess negative upbringing or, you know, background. And when she came out, you know, she didn't, like I said, she had no idea that he was a, you know, an NFL star. And it changed her life coming out of prison, which I thought was cool, man.
And you know, that says a lot about his character, because if your mom's not there for you, or one of your parents isn't there for you, and made bad mistakes and decisions, and you had to suffer for it your whole life, a lot of people might be angry and resentful and not want anything to do with them, which is fine. That's their right. But for him to be mature enough to swallow all that and realize, look, I can really help her change for the better.
Yeah,
that says about, especially, you know, he passed at 33. He was still a young man when he passed. So when that happened, he was a really young man.
Facts.
So for him as a young man to really compartmentalize all that and try to help her, that speaks volumes about the person he was.
Yeah, he was 11 years old when she went to prison.
Oh, 11. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I guess like everyone has to say, you know, prayers to his family and everyone close to him, Bronco Nation, because you know he was a great talent when he was in the league, and you just hate to see someone that young go. You know, you say it was a car accident, but still, it was a terrible situation, happened at a terrible time, especially the way he went. Like Kori said, you know, evidently he was alone, whatever the case may be, and to go that way, that's terrible.
Yeah. His grandma is still in prison. That's what I'm saying. They both were in that same. They sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? And his grandma is still there. So I think, you know, yeah, when they were showing the story on ESPN, you know, one was sentenced to 40 years and the other one was sentenced to 20. You know, and I said mom ended up getting out, but like I said, during that whole time, he didn't connect with them at all. You know, and that right there, when you decide to, I think his mom was in that Barack Obama pardon program. She got pardoned because she was supposed to do 20, and the grandma was doing 40, and I think his mom got pardoned through that community. You know, like I said, it was communicated through the NFL and Demaryius Thomas and his program, and she ended up getting out, but he never talked to them. You know what I'm saying? So everything that he had in him was instilled by somebody else, or either his own. But he had, like you said, he had a good heart, and that means a lot on a bad end. You know, to him, you know, end up dying. But
good head on his shoulders too, with that heart. You know, to be able to compartmentalize. Look, my mom wasn't there really for me. You know, but at the same time, I made it. You know, I did all this. Let me help her. You know, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And like that Michael Franklin comment, I still remember that pass to Tebow to beat the
Steelers.
Tebow to beat the Steelers. The best pass and only good pass Tim Tebow's ever made in his pro career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Alvin,
to bring some comedy to it.
Yeah. Alvin,
what's up, man?
Hey, we all talking all the good stuff. Albert, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I ain't got that.
I mean, dude, you have to say rest in peace to him. I mean, I didn't follow him throughout his career as a young black receiver. You know, he was out there doing his thing. It's a tragedy how it went, but it's like it's a similar situation with a lot of great players in their background. And again, glory to God that they came out of that situation and they're able to turn around, come back, and help other people.
Right.
I'm not the one to kind of speak on that. I mean, I'm not, man. It's an unfortunate situation, man, and God is in control of it. I don't understand why, but dude, I'm at a 50,000-foot view just trying to look down. Like, I'm not the one to kind of speak on that. I could just give an overview on it and stuff like that. I didn't really follow his career. I didn't, anything I'm aware of what's going on of it, but I'm not going to sit here and have a 20-minute or a debate over that.
No. It's just like you said. It's much respect to him. Much respect to the Denver Broncos organization. You can see how much he was really loved out there by all the players, the former players, and just the people out, his fans. He touched a lot of kids' lives. He took everything he had and gave back to the community of Colorado, Denver, Colorado as well, and Georgia. Great guy, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the young man. Hey, he did well while he was here.
And it was very touching too, that turnover they got, and they put the ball in between the eights on the field. I thought that was really
I didn't
powerful
see it.
moment. They had a turnover against the Lions, and they forced a turnover, and the guy who got it ran the ball to where the 88 was painted on the field and put it right between the eights.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was very powerful.
Yeah. I saw they started the game off with only 10 players on the field.
Yeah.
Salute to him, man. So, yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Awesome. Before we get off, man, I wanted to jump into this WNBA. They actually added some games, man. So I think they're up now to like 64 games for the season. So WNBA is steady adding to their existence, man. They had a great showing last year. This year, hoping to get a little better. We have a new head coach for the USA women's team. They actually finally got rid of Ariama Gino from Connecticut.
They got rid of him? Okay.
Well, yeah, finally. So maybe we can get some other people in there besides UConn players.
My thing with the WNBA is they have to figure out a way of getting more endorsements. They until that gets figured out, they're always going to, not saying they're the redheaded stepchild, but they're going to be in that particular situation until they figure out more people to back them financially.
But that comes with more people watching. The more people that watch, the more people want to be sponsors so they can be seen.
And
so
they're making more money, or else they
you
wouldn't
got to
have
start watching. You got to start going to the games, and that right there will get more sponsorship to come in.
Yeah, and it's different. Like when the NBA started, right, and the ABA, they didn't have a cash cow to go against. Like in the they're established. It took them forever to get to this point, to the global stage. They didn't do it overnight. The WNBA hasn't been around near as long. They're adding more games. What does that tell you? That means they're making more money. They got a little bit longer TV deal, whatever the case may be. I don't know the semantics of it. I'm got to be honest. I don't watch it as closely as I watch the NBA, but they're talented. They're talented players. I watch the WNBA finals every year and some of the playoffs. It's fun to watch. It's good basketball, and it's a lot of times in the NBA they rely on like sheer athleticism, hops, and dunking to highlight plays. The WNBA is very fundamentally sound, good basketball. It's underrated to watch. It's great to watch. more, like you said, more people got to watch it, more people got to follow it, but it will come because they got some stars in that league, and they got some star power. It's just got to keep building organically, and it'll be better.
It'll be better, right? 26 years in now, and you can see it starting to grow. You can see it starting to grow.
The only thing that I wish that they catch up on, Diana Taurasi said she makes more money overseas than she does here in the United States, which, I get. A lot of them don't get to see, how talented, like overseas, like European basketball, they've been just as competitive, as the WNBA, but we got to figure out how to get, like I said, basketball in Europe, shall I say, it's still, we're 75 years in the NBA here in the States. It's still fairly new over there. It's still fairly new. You see a sister come over there and can dribble, and shoot and do amazing things when, like I said, soccer is, soccer and, NBA is not one of their leading bigs over there like it is. So it's still amazing to them. So, but hopefully they can find a way for them to make the same amount of money that they do overseas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cheryl Reeves is the new USA women's coach. She's the Minnesota head coach. So she'll be taking over. So that's good, man. I'm glad. I'm kind of tired of seeing Gino in there. And y'all, we've been seeing and hearing about the kind of bias that goes on in picking players with him at coach. So we should see a little different USA team coming there now. So I'm pretty excited about that. Another one, the Phoenix Mercury head coach, they decided to part ways. She's been there 8 years, I believe it is. 2014 champions, 2 finals appearances. She's been in the playoffs every year with Phoenix. They lost this past year to the Chicago Sky and Candace Parker. So they are out looking for a new coach in Phoenix, man. So that's major news for Phoenix.
Yeah. Any idea where she's going?
She hasn't gone anywhere yet. That I know of. But I will keep you updated on that.
Whoever they get is going to have such a challenge because, like you said, they won a championship. They've been there twice. They've been to the playoffs every year. It's like, okay, well, that's success.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Yeah. No matter how you say it, whether it's what they wanted or not, whether it's up to their expectations, that's success, right?
Yeah.
So when a new coach comes in, they got no room for error. They got no. There's not going to be okay. We give you 2 or 3 years to build it how you want it and all that. No, because they're still a playoff team. So that's a challenge in and of itself. A coach to come into a brand new position and try to do better than what that coach did.
Yeah. Big Kori, man, do you have anything for us, big dog?
Tonight, because my guy Prince is not here, man. Let's move it, because I need him. I need him here, So
okay.
I just want to
try to trash talk Michigan with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you don't want this smoke.
Now I normally come up with just some different ways to keep the energy going, but we've gone over. We had a minute, hour 38, and then my guy's not here, so I wonder. He's been gone. He's been missing, but I need him here for the entertainment portion.
All right, we'll do kicking it with Kori on Wednesday, man. So Kori comes up with these great games. Everybody, that we kind of play during some of our shows. We kind of fell off of it.
Yeah,
but super fun, super exciting.
I put together some crazy stuff, and I ain't gonna lie to you. They can go left real fast, especially when my Prince is here. So I don't want him to miss that. You guys are always welcome. You know what I mean? So, but
absolutely, man. All right, we're gonna call it a night, man. We're gonna call it a night. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We thank y'all. Before we go, my dog Zach, once again, man, we appreciate you, dog. Tell everybody where they can find you at. I see your YouTube channel growing each and every day, man. So tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
I have a channel called A to Z Media Network. I'm a Michigan fan and Cowboys fan. I just started. I only have 5 videos in, but I've covered, Michigan and the Cowboys. Gonna take it to Big Ten and NFC East centric, but mostly I'm biased. And then you find me at Twitter at A to Z Media Net. You can also find me at Bronx Sports Jedi Network. That's BX Sports Jedi Network. My friend Kev, we're both huge Knicks fans and huge Yankee fans. So we do Yankee watch-alongs, we do Knicks watch-alongs, we do podcasts about it. So, and you guys are always welcome to go check both of us out, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For Chuck, my dog, thanks again, man, for coming on and representing your squad, man. You fought well today, bro. You fought well today.
You fought well.
I didn't have to beat you up today.
24/7.
Alvin, thanks again, man, for cheering me up always, for showing me your support and love, man. I appreciate you. I always know I have a friend in you. Always.
You got a friend.
Just do me a favor, man.
So me and Kori, that's your friends, huh?
Just keep going, represent the division, stay focused, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at the end of the year, man.
He's buttering us up.
Represent the division, man. Represent the division. And then my other Washington guy over there, dude, embrace it, man. Collaboration is better than competition. Right now, the Giants suck, and I'm fully aware the Giants suck. But my division is still relevant. That's what's important to me.
What
I can't do that.
What church are you preaching at? Look, what church are you preaching at? A motivational speaker.
And if I can, Michael Franklin has asked me the last couple of streams. Let me know when you go live. Just like you all should do here. Subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss a thing from Talking with KPG or from the A to Z Media Network, whoever it may be. Support your YouTube channels. Tell your friends to tell a friend about this show. This show's great. It's going to blow up. It's just a matter of time. Talking KPG is awesome. It's always great to come with you guys. So tap the bell, subscribe, like, and share, and you'll find the streams.
Look, hey, virtual hugs everywhere. Virtual hugs everywhere. I love it. I love it.
28-3. There's your virtual hug.
28-3.
Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all. Everybody out there in the chat. Michael Franklin, James Littlejohn, Rakeem Few, Matt Thompson, my dog. The best candles you can ever go get, man. If y'all like candles, if your girl likes candles, make sure y'all go to Tribe 6 Candles. The man has amazing candles, y'all. It'll smell your whole house up, bro. So make sure you go check them out as well. Who else was out there? Miss Jones, I know you was out there as well. Thank y'all so much. Megan, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. All right, now. I'm gonna leave y'all out with this right here. This is for my guy. You know I love you, Chuck.
Okay.
It's also been 748 days since Ohio State's beaten Michigan.
What do you say, Chuck?
Hey, the one that laugh last, laugh always. Just remember that.
You ain't laughing last.
Is that how it goes? That ain't how it
goes.
It is laugh last.
You ain't laughing last. Your team ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
I'll
holler at y'all, baby. Hey, Green Bay down 10-0. Are we gonna give Aaron Rodgers the same flack come Wednesday? We'll see.
Who are they playing again?
Peace.
Chicago. Yeah. All right.
Green Bay's gonna win.
Y'all have a good one.